Hey there, welcome to a brand new episode of Muzikxpress. My name is Twan, and in this week's vlog you will see my interview with Gabriel and Dave Dresden, aka Gabriel and Dresden, and the story behind tracking Treasure Down. But before we start with the interview, please make sure to subscribe to my channel, and very important, also make sure to click the bell button, because then you will get a notification the next time a new vlog is online. And if you enjoy my interviews and you want to support Muzikxpress, you can do that via one of the links in the video description. Every donation is very much appreciated. Alright, here it is, the story behind tracking Treasure Down, my interview with Gabriel and Dresden. Enjoy! Gabriel and Dave Dresden are two American producers and DJs who are responsible for a ton of great classics. As Gabriel and Dresden, they release tracks such as Arcadia, Portobello, The Only Road, This Love Kills Me, Without You Near, and many others. But they're also behind classics such as Motorcycles As the Rush Comes, and the Andain tracks Summer Calling, Beautiful Things, and Promises, for example. Another vocal classic from the hands of Josh and Dave is Tracking Treasure Down, a track for which they work together with singer-songwriter Molly Bancroft. For this week's vlog I sat down with Josh and Dave to ask them about the story behind Tracking Treasure Down and more. My first question to them was how they got in touch with Molly.
Well, she got in touch with us. We got an email saying, I like that Depeche Mode bootleg you guys did. Well, which one? Here's the house. And
she was on LimeWire, looking for Depeche Mode bootlegs, and found it and loved it, and was inspired to reach out to us. And so she sent us a CD of her songs. She had a CD,
and I think she came over. We were like, we love your voice,
and we liked it. So we invited her over, and then the next 2 weeks later, she's in our studio, and we're making music with her.
So you guys are from the same area, or
no? She was from Atlanta.
Yeah.
And she came, she didn't know anything about us, really. We didn't really have much conversations.
Except that we all like Depeche Mode.
Right.
That was our common thread. And that was enough. Yeah. And we just really got in and we started messing around.
Do you remember she, plugged in her Electribe?
She had this thing called the Korg Electribe, and she had some sounds on it, and some of those sounds inspired us. And we sort of took those and messed with them, and then made other things around it, and then
there was that fuzzy sound.
I had a song chorus, I had a song
and
written that was about something totally different, and
I reminded Josh about this because he had told me about it a few weeks earlier. He read it to me one morning, and I remember line for line it was, why are the best things in life, why is it that the best things in life are free while at the same time we keep tracking treasure down? And that floored me. And so when we were in the studio and she pulled out her Electribe and the fuzzy synth was playing, I was like, dude, what about those lyrics about tracking treasure down? And he's like, oh, yeah. So he pulled up his notes and there it was. Molly liked it. And so we just started writing verses to it.
Yeah. So yeah, she was actually in the studio when you guys so there was no playback track yet. It was
we built the track based on her little fuzzy synth. That
we had a little track. We had a skeleton of something. It didn't sound the way the track sounded because we had a more indie rock version at the time.
Interesting.
Yeah, we wrote it as a rock song first.
Oh wow. Yeah. I like that. That's cool. You still have that version somewhere?
We do. Yeah, it's called the Low Tech Mix. It was really
available on pirating stores everywhere.
It's available LimeWire. So what other equipment was used?
That was Logic as well.
Also Logic? Yeah. Okay.
Do we have the Moog in that one or no?
We did have the Moog in that one.
Maybe I used it for the bass and stuff.
I think you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So was this an easy track to make, or did it take a long time?
It took a long time.
All the time. Well, we made the indie rock version and we were loving that, but we were like, well, we need to make a version to play. And that was an undertaking.
We were inspired. What inspired us to make this track was we lived for a long time with this album by the Postal Service. What was that album called?
It's called Give Up.
Give Up. And it has a song that you might know.
It was I And thinking it's a sign. And the in our eyes and our images, and when they kiss, they perfectly. I can't think of the name of it, but that song.
Yeah. And it was like indie rock, close up mic, and fast, tiny beats, and
pitched, and like vocoder.
It just had a vibe that resonated with us. This was us spitting that back out in our way.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, you can almost hear it. It's like how the track is hard, fast, and not hard at the same time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It has a softness to it.
Yeah. So besides the vocals of Molly, we can also hear you guys doing active vocals. Yeah. Who came up with that idea?
Josh started singing first, and while he was in the booth, I remember just saying, "Tracking treasure down," and then he came out of the booth, and I sang it, and he was like, "Oh, dude, record that." And I'm like, "Well, I can't sing." He's like, "Well, we'll pitch it, we'll time stretch, or we'll auto tune it." And so I was like, because I felt very shy at singing at a mic at that time. But we did it, and it worked out great. And it was definitely, that was the Postal Service-y element that really, I feel, sent it over the top.
Yeah. So Tracking Treasure Down came out via your label Organized Nature, and it did really well. The single went to the #1 on the Billboard Hot Plug charts. So did you guys expect the track to be so successful?
To tell you the truth, I didn't even know that until you just told me.
We did, at the time, but
It's a Wikipedia, so it must be true.
it is true. And it was remarkable to have our own label launch a song and it become that popular. Like, because it did like what a larger label could have done. But we didn't know it was that big of a hit. Yeah. We liked it.
So how many records did you press around that time? Do you remember?
Was it during that period where people didn't really press that many records anymore?
Yeah, I mean, this is the period. This was like our first release that did well on iTunes.
Oh, yeah, because I think then we got more.
I think records were already on the decline.
Yeah,
it was, what does it say? Yeah, 2006. Yeah.
Physical copies were like.
So did you guys have the video clip finished by that time already, or was it like, oh damn it, we need a video clip out?
No, it was like, let's make a video clip, and we had a different video clip planned, where we had
written out a whole story. It was like gonna start in a coffee shop, and it was gonna go out to Stinson Beach, which is like a really nice beach in the Bay Area.
The idea was a drive that led to a big view, and you would go down to the ocean and all this stuff. But that day it was so foggy you couldn't see in front of your face, so we just changed the idea. But essentially, we filmed it by mounting a camera inside our car and filming ourselves.
Yeah.
And Josh came up with this idea, like that the camera would focus on the vocalist singing at the time. So and I loved that idea. And so we tried, we recorded many different versions of us doing that, like driving around the Bay Area. And we started in San Francisco, and then we drove to the location that we were originally going to have like one of the scenes, which is where we decided.
We did film some there, but it just didn't work.
Right. And so basically all the B-roll that we were shooting on the way to Stinson Beach kind of became the video. And like we went through a tunnel and the breakdown, like it was just, things just worked out. Yeah. But we liked the like low budget look of it too.
And so it's really cool videos.
And like
there was a $0.00
different, and like it's a little, there's little fun things in that video, like the ending where I'm like doing jumping jacks and smoking cigarettes. I'm actually really proud of that video. Like I think that it's a cool video.
Yeah, it's a cool video for sure. So besides the original version of Tracking Treasure Down, there are remixes from the likes of Keo and Albert, Wippenberg, Dairo, Robbie Rivera, also Dave Seaman remixed Tracking Treasure Down. Do you have a favorite version yourself?
I love the Wippenberg mix.
That's the one we played.
The 128. He did two versions because at the time he had just remixed Cosmic Gate and we loved it, right? It was such a big track for us. So I was kind of like being that because I was talking to him and I was like, we really love that Cosmic Gate remix. Can you do something like that? And he's like, he had this other idea, which was the 128 mix, which was way better. But like he did this other version that was also good and very much like the Cosmic Gate version, but the 128 one was the one.
Yeah, it's also your favorite version.
Yeah, because it was the one we played in clubs, and it just worked for us.
Yeah. So yeah, if you could pick whoever you wanted to do a Lee remix, who would you pick then and why?
I would pick John Summit because I want to be port number 1.
That's a good one. Yeah. So yeah, Molly did the vocals for several tracks on the first Gabriel and Dresden album as well. I guess that idea was born soon after the success of Tracking Treasure Down.
Actually, no, it was born off of, like, when we worked on Tracking Treasure Down, we were like, we finished recording all the vocals and all the stuff, the claps and all that. And so we had 3 or 4 more days with her. And so we just kept writing and see how much further we could go. So we got 5 songs done. And then Josh and I were like, well, why don't we do this for the album? Why don't we do 1 male voice and 1 female voice? So Molly became the female voice. And then we had Jan Burton be the male voice. And so that was kind of figured out once we had 5 songs of Molly.
Ah, clever. So do you think there will be a new track with Molly in the future maybe?
We like to say anything is always possible. Yeah, but there's nothing planned at the moment.
Yeah, okay.
Molly, if you're listening,
Never say never. So yeah, from all of the Gabriel and Dresden productions I remix, what is your favorite one? I mean, we heard a few in the car on the way here.
I mean, I always like I hear beautiful things and I'm like, this is unique. Like, real instruments, synths, kick drums. There's not many tracks that come together like that. And like, I just love the song too. Yeah.
2 that come to mind for me are the Lily Hayden remix.
Oh yeah.
And
lots of chopping on that one.
And the Annie Lennox remix.
Oh, right.
Pavement Cracks.
Yeah. That's just a Jimmy voice.
Yeah, but also that was that Pixie trance period. Every song had that sort of twinkly little sounds. Right. And I remember, I was very into James Holden, and it's like it was the only time we got to sort of do that.
Yeah.
I mean, it was really, really fun.
And like that remix was like just a journey.
Again, I'm really sure. Yeah. How long?
I think the original version that we made was like 13 minutes long, and then Tosh made us cut it down to 10.
And like you also in the car we were discussing, like back in the day, you had like tracks that were like super long.
Yeah,
it's like the radio edit was like under 3 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, crazy. So what kind of music do you listen to in your spare time?
Indie rock. The last thing I went to with Brittany was in Portland. Angie McCon. Really, really beautiful voice and great songs.
Yeah. For you?
I like all kinds of music. I've really gotten, this is crazy, really gotten into Taylor Swift. She's such an amazing songwriter. I'm blown away by her songwriting. And like, my daughter got me into her. And then, it's a funny story, I started sending my 10-year-old daughter to guitar lessons about 6 months ago. And like, I used to play her like, 90s rock music, and hey, Daddy, I don't like this, turn it off, right? But now she's like all into it. So like, I've been listening to like Green Day and Nirvana and the Foo Fighters and the Smashing Pumpkins. I'm just reminded of like how great music used to be. And like, I really, really love that music. And more so than I did in the 90s. So.
And do you think you listen different now to music than that?
For sure, because you just hear things that you didn't hear back then that you hear now, or just I know much more about music than I did in the 90s, so.
All right, well, thanks all for your time, guys, and good luck with everything.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Alright, that was it. This week's vlog, the story behind Tracking Treasure Down, my interview with Gabriel and Dresden. Josh and Dave, thanks a lot for your time, much appreciated. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed the vlog. If you did, make sure to give this video a like, leave a comment in the comment section below, and very important, make sure to subscribe. Also make sure to click the bell button, because then you will get a notification the next time a new vlog is online. And in case you missed it, I did 2 other interviews with the guys. In one of them we're talking about Arcadia, another classic by Gabriel and Dresden. And in the other interview you'll hear the story behind As the Rush Comes, a big classic the guys did under a project named Motorcycle. Both videos are available on my channel already, so make sure to check them out. Once again, thanks for watching, and until next time, bye bye!